Jaret, wanted to bring you in a little bit to kind of cut through the campaigning rhetoric, and especially because you think this might make it to actual policy if she wins.
Yeah, that's what's so extraordinary here is normally we hear talk from, people running for office, and there's never a path for it to become law. This time there really is a path forward, and that's the 4.5 trillion tax bill that Congress has to deal with next year because the Trump individual tax cuts are expiring. That's a real path forward.
Okay, so what would as the rubber hits the road, what would the policy actually look like, you think, spinning the clock forward, I don't know, in 12 months' time, let's say, hypothetically speaking?
Yeah, she's focused on really using tax credits as a way to encourage the construction of the housing that we need. And the housing that we need is basically lower cost, both rental and single family housing. And she would do that two ways. One, expand the already popular low income housing tax credit. And second, create what effectively is a workforce housing tax credit that would work the same way to encourage affordable single family construction. The idea is if you reduce the cost for developers, they can sell those properties for less.
So the way that traders and investors have been talking to you about this, think about it is, do we need demand incentives or do we need supply incentives? In other words, if we're supply constrained and we provide a demand incentive, then prices are just going to go up. If we're supply constrained and we provide a supply incentive, then yes, prices could go down. What's the mix here?
It's build, baby, build, right? I mean, we have a 7.5 million units housing supply shortage. The simple fact is that it's not cost effective to build entry-level housing. And without some sort of government action, that gap is just going to get bigger.
So this government action would create, you think, more affordable, not just more housing units, but affordable housing units? And why so?
Yeah, because that's the condition for getting the tax credit, is that you're going to have to sell the units or rent the units based on local median home prices, local median incomes. It's designed to focus on the low end of the market and not build, more larger homes that the private sector handles pretty well already.
So last question on this. There's been a lot of talk about how there's no way that the Senate could flip Democratic, for instance, and that she could have kind of like a full support of Congress to enact some of these policies. Could this get through a divided Congress? What would happen if Trump is elected? I mean, so if we're thinking through, for instance, whether I should own the home builders and what that means, this scenario points in a very different direction than perhaps one under President Trump. Or maybe it doesn't if the likelihood of anything getting done is so slim.
Yeah, I mean, well, here's the thing is that at the end of the day, we have a shortage. Both parties have an incentive to find a way to fill that shortage. We've heard ideas out of Republicans. Even J.D. Vance has an idea that Harris has backed of forcing large owners of single family rentals to sell those properties. So, I mean, there's bipartisan interest in acting. So I think one way or another, the home builders are going to be a lot busier over the next few years.
And do you think it would help some of them have come under political pressure already, like, everyone claims private equity is buying up all the homes and just renting them out to people and driving up rents and driving up home prices. Sometimes they cite builders like American Homes for Rent, those kinds of publicly traded companies as well for having a role in all of this. Are these companies now friend or foe of a potential Harris administration?
Oh, I think they're going to be foe of a Harris administration. I think they're going to be foe of a Trump administration. I think both candidates have advisors that are looking at that business and see that as a way to quickly move properties into the single family ownership category and maybe help people buy homes.